is Wear Mind Out Loud. My name's Adelie.
I'm Marissa.
And I'm Abby. Welcome to our podcast.
Three teens openly talking about the ins and outs of mental health in youth.
Hello everyone and welcome to our second episode on the podcast. Today we have our first guest with us. His name's Kobi. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name's Kobi, of course, and I am 16 and I am a Cancer. I thought that's what you guys wanted me to say.
No, that's great. Keep that in.
It's good. So today we are going to be asking Kobi a few questions. Our main topic for today is toxic masculinity. To start off our first few questions, what are some things you're passionate about?
I'm probably mostly passionate about... I like playing video games, I like food, and also women.
What's your favourite game?
Game is in sports.
No, like video game.
A video game, NBA 2K.
I'm gonna act like I know what that is.
Yeah.
It's the basketball one.
Oh, true.
He's a basketball fan, guys.
Why?
Why do I like the game?
Yeah.
Because it's fun.
Oh.
You can already see the quality of answers coming out.
Okay, so to jump right into it, Kobi, what do you think toxic masculinity is?
I think toxic masculinity is generally just the consensus is basically it's men putting an atmosphere around a woman that's not positive, I guess you can say.
Oh yeah, so what I see it as is how it is toxic around men.
Yeah, like how you're made to like be a certain way, like, oh, you can't cry and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's how I see it.
Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
Like the toxic, like you have to act a certain way and all that sort of stuff.
I've pulled up the definition. It says a set of attitudes and ways of behaving stereotypically associated with or expected of men, regarded as having a negative impact on men and on society as a whole. The destructive messages associated with toxic masculinity can lead to men feeling entitled to engage in violence against women.
Yeah, that's what I thought around the atmosphere of the
Yeah. So basically, the toxic masculinity impacts other people, not just men.
And how it's perceived, how men are meant to be perceived.
And what type of impact that has on young, influential teenage guys. Because they're told that they can't show emotion. They're told that they have to be the stronger gender. They're told all these things, just like how girls are told that like they're not strong enough to do some things. How do you think toxic masculinity comes through in the school system?
Generally what I've seen is I feel like this might be a little bit specific, but I feel like there's more groups involving women's mental health and stuff like that, when I feel like it could be more pointed towards the boys as well, because with toxic masculinity, it kind of takes away that boys aren't allowed to show their emotions and stuff like that. So I feel like it's not really encouraged to show that kind of side of boys and stuff like that.
That's so true. Like most groups and stuff, like some of the groups we've done, the boys always go camping and stuff, but the girls get to stay at school and talk about their feelings.
Yeah.
It's a very different culture between guys and girls at school.
Would you like to have things that are more open about emotions?
I feel like for me, at this point, it's a little bit late. Like how I've been brought up, I feel already uncomfortable expressing those emotional feelings, stuff like that, you know?
So do you think that we should start doing these things to help guys open up about their emotions earlier on so that it's easier for you guys?
Definitely. Yeah, of course.
Oh, so you believe that if you were encouraged at a younger age, it would be like much easier, right?
Oh yeah, of course. Because that's the reason why I feel like I'm not too accepted in being able to express the emotional feelings, because of when I was younger that they didn't really encourage it.
Yeah, and it's sort of hard to learn like a new habit at like your age now, you know? Learning something new as a teenager is much harder than as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and those walls are already built up for most guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question I have. What do you think is being done about men's mental health? Or what do you think can be done better?
Definitely starting little positive groups at a younger age in schools. I feel like that's definitely a big part of it in education, because that's just, I feel like, especially with me, when I come to school, it's a different side. Like, I'm not acting the same as I am at home. So when I come to school, I'm a little bit different.
And you're very extroverted at school. So would you say that you're more of an introvert at home, or like how would you describe yourself at home compared to being at school?
At home, I'm not really, I guess you could say introverted. I don't really talk much at home, don't really interact with my family members. I just kind of sit where I want to do my own thing, you know?
Do you have the same opinions that you do at home as you do at school? Or do you sort of keep them to yourself more?
At home, I like to, whenever I do have the chance to express, I definitely express it more, because I trust my family of what they'll think of my opinion, stuff like that. But I feel like at school, or even anywhere in public, generally, you kind of have to keep it, I guess, on a leash, because if you express it and someone doesn't like it, then obviously that's a part of life, but there's always someone who will disagree with what you're saying.
That's so true, yeah.
I feel like at home you don't have many people to talk to anyway. So it's not like you can have that like social drive from others to talk much.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you if because you guys as teenagers have already been taught the toxic masculinity and how you're supposed to act and how to put barriers up and everything, do you think that your friends sort of enforce that to and not just your friends, other people as well, but enforce that to oh, don't cry, you're such a girl, and that type of stuff? Do you reckon that has a big impact on some people?
Personally, my friend group it's very ironic of how toxic, we're not directly anti-toxic masculinity, but we're not encouraging that we have to act a certain way. We kind of just be ourselves, and it's very ironic that how open we are to each other as well, because I think all of us understand that it's really weird to express our feelings to each other, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you think society will look if this toxic masculinity continues?
If it continues the way it is.
The way it's going.
I think suicide rates will continue to rise. Definitely. Mm-hmm. If they just keep bottling it up, it's gonna pop. It's gonna have to.
Definitely. Sometime or soon it's going to, and we probably don't want to get to that point because, as we all know, men's suicide rates are the highest, and no one seems to be addressing that. What do you have to say about that, Kobi?
Wait, first, it's weird, sorry. No, it's just weird that they're the highest, yet there's less talk about it.
It
doesn't make sense.
That's so true, because women, okay, I get that women do have issues and everything, but do you think that we, as women, because we are more open about emotions and stuff, and we don't feel like we have to bottle it up, that because we can talk about it, our suicide rates are lower?
Yeah, of course. I feel like because it's accepted that women can just come out and talk about their feelings, and it's easier to be addressed because everyone agrees that women can come out and express their feelings. It's just a normal thing to do. If one of you were to come out and say to one of the teachers, "Oh, I've been feeling this way and that way, right? Not good," and stuff like that. But if I was to go to a teacher and say that I've been feeling something like that, I feel like society's told me that I'll be rejected and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like most teachers would be just oh, suck it up.
Yeah.
Because you're a guy.
Or not take it seriously.
Not okay. What are some strategies that you think school systems, you yourself and your friends can work on to deteriorate this toxic masculinity in our society today?
I think just be super casual about it. Don't make a massive deal about boys coming out and expressing their feelings and stuff like that. Just be normal about it, you know? Just don't have to make a big scene or something about that.
So you just want to normalize boys having feelings and stuff?
Yeah.
Just make it a part of life?
Yeah, not having to make it a big deal.
Definitely.
normalized.
I mean, I know that if a guy were to tell me how they feel, I'd like think it's a big deal. But I really love it when guys do, because it's so cool to see what they think. That's how like guarded off we are from knowing how they feel and all that.
And that's really sad too, because I feel like that keeps a barrier between guys and girls being able to be friends.
Mm-hmm.
What are some coping mechanisms you use, or do you use any? Like to
I don't
help you
use
with
any.
your mental health?
No, I just let it bottle up.
Oh, that's
So sad.
What? I just wait till it goes away.
And do you find that works for you?
Yep.
Long term?
Yeah, I just wait till the next day and hopefully it's gone.
Oh, because, you know, all that stuff that you feel, it's all baggage and it carries along with you, even if you feel it or not. So, yeah.
Yeah, do you wish that you could handle it any differently?
I wish there were ways that was different, but that's really all I know what to do.
Yeah.
That's all I know how to deal with it.
Do you think that the school system is trying to change? Like, get guys to open up and try to get guys to, like, talk about these things because they want guys to know that they're supported as well as the girls.
Or in society?
Well, I definitely feel like the education system's trying to do something about it, but I feel like they're going about it the wrong way. They're trying to go at it head on and just expect us to be straight up and tell everyone our feelings and stuff like that. I just don't feel like that's how it's going to work.
Yeah, because you've built those walls, like, over the years, you know.
Yeah.
You're not going to break them down in one day.
When you're young, you're more vulnerable to open up.
Yeah.
And it's weird how guys have come to a place where they're like guarded off.
Yeah, you wouldn't have even noticed it because we were so little. Building up the walls of not being able to express the feelings, couldn't really notice it.
Yeah. When you were younger, did you ever, like, experience anybody saying things like, you throw like a girl, or stop crying like a girl, like making you feel like you're, I don't know how to say it, because society has portrayed girls as more vulnerable and stuff, but once other people compare you to that vulnerable state, does that affect you as your younger self?
I don't think it was. It definitely affected how I think now, but it was just a normal thing to say to one of the boys if they're crying or having a sook that they're crying like a girl. It's just a normal thing that comes out. If you're having a little sook, oh, you stop crying like a girl or something like that, or man up is one that's used a lot. So
Yeah, so you like grew up with phrases like that, so that's all you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
It became normal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that it's not necessarily parents' fault, but how they grew up and how their parents grew up? Do you think that could be a reason why adults essentially today still use those terms?
Definitely, I feel like it's been mirrored. Like my parents would have said something like that, and then my parents said something to me, and then I go to school, or someone else's kid goes to school and says it to another kid, almost like an infection. The masculinity, toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Because it's just a matter of who says it to who, really.
Yeah.
And it infects everyone around them.
Yeah.
It's been in society for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, from everything we learned from like history, it's always like the men doing all the harder work. Instead of it being more of like hunting like it used to be, it's more just, I don't know, just be stronger with your emotions.
Yeah, physically strong to mentally strong.
Facing your emotions by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.